For an aging parent while caring for your own children. It's called the sandwich generation, and they're being pulled in a lot of different directions.
And it's straining caregivers mentally, physically, and financially. KETV Investigates learned there are 53 million adults serving as caregivers right now in the U.S. In Nebraska, that number is 240,000. In Iowa, 300,000.
Tonight, the story of a Nebraska family trying to navigate both caregiver roles, the endless options for their loved ones, and how they make time for their own needs. Gina Johnson flips through her Bible, something that's helped her keep faith while caring for her mom.
My mom right now has a diagnosis of something called corticobasal degeneration. It's a rare cognitive disease which impacts her mobility, it impacts her speech, it impacts every part of her body.
In the last few years, Jaretta has lost most of her vision, hearing, and speech, forcing the Exeter Spanish and English teacher of 40 years and her entire family to relearn life.
From there, it was like, okay, let's just buckle down. We have to go through this together. And we just kind of helped her through all of these transitions.
Gina and her brother now help their aging father care for Jaretta as her diagnoses change and her condition deteriorates.
We actually moved from Lincoln. I mean, it wasn't a huge transition, but moved from Lincoln to Crete.
And from Crete, Gina makes the 30-minute drive to Exeter at least once a week. She calls or texts her dad every day to get an update.
I can't worry. I mean, it's just too hard to worry about all the what ifs. There's a lot of what ifs.
But she still does. And that worry, the stress surrounding her mom's journey, her own full-time job, and her 3 daughters is taxing. Gina's part of what's known as the sandwich generation, caring for her parent while also caring for her own children.
This is such a common scenario in our world right now and can be, really tough and where people feel like they're being pulled in so many directions.
Amy Dorton is a licensed social worker and a mental health therapist at Nebraska Medicine, specializing in geriatrics.
So many caregivers will find themselves, again, having symptoms of stress-related disorders like anxiety and depression.
Dorton says it's important for caregivers to care for themselves as well.
When our bodies are telling us that we're burning out, it's even more imperative to set those boundaries, enlist help, delegate, all of these things.
In a 2020 report, the AARP found 23% of caregivers believe their role has made their health worse.
It's paramount that we are staying well ourselves.
Because, Dorton adds, you can't be a good caregiver if you're feeling down or sick.
So often caregivers will put off their own doctor's appointments or their own preventative tests or even their own, I've talked to caregivers before who haven't filled their own scripts.
To avoid that, Gina has her own way of making time for herself.
I have to do a devotion and read in my Bible. It just gets me centered. That's what I need. I rely very much on my faith. And then I work out every day. Momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all.
And she says faith has also helped her parents.
I would love to ask Mom that question, like how strong her faith is as far as, is that why she's so even-keeled? I really don't know. I don't know if it's just her character, her personality.
But she says sometimes a sweet treat can also do the trick.
I've had my days where my coping mechanism was to go buy a cookie.
That often helps. Now, both Amy Dorton and Gina say therapy is an option for families, can help in many situations.
If you are struggling as a caregiver, we have resources right now on our website from agencies who can help before you hit a crisis point. All
right, tomorrow on KETV News Watch 7 at 6, Gina tells us about the financial challenges, the difficulty of making the decisions that are best for her family while balancing the costs. Plus, we're talking with an investment advisor on some of the best options.